Kia ora, it's Mike Atkinson. This presentation is going to look at the steps required to set up a top rope system. So the scenario is that you've led up a climb, you've got to the anchor, and you want to set up a top rope and be lowered off. Now what's really important with this system is that you stay on belay the whole time, and there is no putting a cow's tail into the anchor system at all. Alright, so really important that your belayer stays on belay the whole time and you get lowered off at the end by that belayer. Quite different from when you're doing a transition to abseil. Once you get to the anchor setup, place another quick draw on one of the anchor bolts, it doesn't matter which one, and clip your rope in, so treating it just like another bolt. Once you've clipped the rope into the quick draw, then depending on the stance at the anchor, you can ask your belayer to take the rope in tight. So you're still on belay, and the only communication you have at this stage is if you want the rope to be tight so that you can hang on the rope while you crack the anchor. Next step is to put the carabiners into the anchor system. They can be snap gates if you haven't got lockers. Snap gates are fine so long as the gates are facing away from the rock. With the carabiners in place, you can now put your sling, 120 centimeter sling works well, put your sling into both the carabiners, pull down in the middle and making sure that the two arms of the sling, these two arms here, are evenly weighted and pulling down in the direction of where the climb comes from. So if the climb gets weighted, then the rope gets weighted, then you're going to be pulling in that direction. Tie an overhand knot at the focal point and clip two locking beners where the gates are opposing, so one facing one way and one facing the other. Take the rope that's coming out of the quick draw and clip that rope into the two locking beners and do the beners up. If they're locking screw gate carabiners, screw them up, and if they're twist locks, just make sure that the gates are closed properly. You want to now take the quick draw off the anchor, and this, if you have at the earlier stages, if you have weighted rope to create your anchor, you're going to need to ask your belayer for a little bit of slack so that you can take the quick draw off the anchor. Attach the quick draw to one of the gear loops on your harness here, and then undo the rope from the bent gate carabiner. Doing those steps minimises the process of dropping the quick draw. You're now ready to be lowered, so you need to have visual and verbal communication with your belayer. So turn around, look down at the belayer, and in a clear, loud voice, yell out, "Have you got me?" in the name of the belayer. The belayer then takes the rope in tight, so the rope here that you're attached to will come nice and tight, and then once that rope is tight, the belayer will yell, "Got you," with the name of the climber. Climber will then say, "Ready to lower," and the belayer says, "Lowering."